Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you are all fine. Again, virtually, I am in front of you with a new topic. Children, we are dealing the lesson atoms and molecules. Till now, we have learned many topics related to this lesson. In the last class, we have learned about valencies, different valencies of different elements. Not only that, some cations and some anions also. Using all that, today's class, we have to continue our new topic of the lesson atoms and molecules. So chemical formula of compound. So we have to remember few things. While writing the formula of compound, we must keep two things in the mind. First one, we must see the elements present in a molecule of a compound. Second, we must see the number of atoms of each element present in the molecule. So I hope you had a clarity what is a molecule, what is an atom, these all, because in the last class we have discussed each and everything you have to keep in the mind because it is a continuation. Okay. Now, if you go with two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen present in a molecule of water, the formula is H2O. Hope you have remembered that. Similarly, when you go with a molecule of carbon dioxide, we have one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. If you go with a compound like a carbon monoxide, in that one atom of carbon and one atom of oxygen combined together. So children, the following are the rules for writing a chemical formula. Each and every rule you have to keep in the mind, no need to mug up. But while we are writing the formula, you have to remember these rules, okay? So I have divided the compounds in three different compounds and each have their own rule. Listen carefully. In case of a simple molecular compounds, that means those compounds which are made up of only two elements. The symbols of two elements are written side by side and the respective valences are written below their symbols. In case of a simple ionic compound, that means the compounds made up of monoatomic ions. The symbol of metal atoms is written first, followed by a symbol of non-metal atom, and the respective valencies are written below their symbols. Children, in the next part of our video, we will see each one example in clarity. Okay. So just listen the rules. In case of an ionic compounds containing polyatomic ions, the formula of a polyatomic ion is written in the bracket and the valences are written below as in the above cases. So children, these are the rules you have to remember for the first three types of compounds. What are the compounds? Molecular compounds, ionic compounds and polyatomic ions. So we were discussing till now all the types of compounds. I hope you have remembered all this. So in any one of the above cases, if there is a common factor between the valences of the cations and anions, I hope you have remembered all these cations and anions also. The valences are divided by the common factor. Finally, we have to apply crisscross, that is cross over the valences. This part you have to remember. If one appearing on the lower right hand of a symbol is omitted, similarly, plus or minus signs of the charges of the ions, these are related to cations and anions, those are also omitted. If one appearing on the lower right hand side of the polyatomic ions, the brackets of the polyatomic ions are also omitted. So these are the rules when we are doing the examples. Each and every detail I will tell you. But you have to be so attentive, children. This is very much important topic till you study chemistry. So coming to the chemical formula of simple molecular compounds, few rules what already I have discussed that one after the other will apply and we write the formula of these compounds. Of two examples only I have mentioned here. First one, you have to go with the formula of hydrogen chloride. Here the first one is you have to identify the elements, hydrogen and chlorine. So if you know the elements, you have to write the symbol of their respective elements. Hydrogen symbol is H and chloride symbol is Cl. Okay. Now you have to go with the valences of individual. Hydrogen valence is 1 and chlorine valence is 1. Children, here you have to keep one thing in the mind. Whatever the elements you come across, all the balances you have to remember. That is the reason in the last part I have given valencies also. Okay, that all you have to remember. It's your problem. You have to remember and write the formula. So next step is you have to crisscross the valencies. So for H, this one, and for Cl, this one. If you crisscross, then what you have to write? You have to crisscross and write the formula. So now I told you if it is 1, no need to write 1 here. If it is Cl, again it is also 1. No need to write 1 over here. This is also one rule already I told. The formula for hydrogen chloride is HCl now. When you go with the formula of carbon dioxide, the same thing in carbon dioxide, carbon and oxygen are there. So carbon and oxygen. So carbon valence is 4 and oxygen valence is 2. Here you can divide because we have a common factor here. That means 2 1 here and 2 2s. Now crisscross. For oxygen you get 2. For carbon you get 1. So the formula will be C1. You need to write 1 already I told. For oxygen 2. So the formula of carbon dioxide is CO2. Now chemical formula for simple ionic compounds. Now again the first one is formula for magnesium chloride. So you have to identify what are the elements present here. One is magnesium, the other one is chlorine. First write the symbols of magnesium and chlorine. So magnesium and chlorine. So I told if they have their units like charged units. One is cation, the other one is anion. So magnesium you have a 2 plus, chlorine you have 1 minus. Okay. Now you have to crisscross. So for magnesium you get 1, for chlorine you get 2. And I told you we have to omit the signs plus and minus also. So when you're writing the formula for magnesium, you get 1. For Cl, you get 2. We have to crisscross the valences already I've told. Then you have to write the formula like this MgCl2, Mg1Cl2. I hope one no need to mention. We have to omit it. Now I hope you have understood MgCl2 formula, which is the formula of magnesium chloride. Now when you go to the formula of calcium oxide, first in the calcium oxide we have a calcium as well as oxygen. Okay, here if you see magnesium metal and chlorine is a non-metal. Here calcium and oxygen, calcium is a metal and oxygen is a non-metal. So simple ionic compounds means one metal and non-metal. You have to remember like that. Okay, so when you go with the calcium symbol is Ca, for oxygen O. Now you have to write the respective valencies 2 plus and 2 minus with the signs. Those are called charged valencies. Already we have discussed. Now when you divide these two, you get 1 plus and 1 minus. And you have to omit the respective signs. Do you remember? Okay. Now for calcium it is 1. For oxygen it is 1. If 1 means no need to write 1 in the subscript. I hope you have remembered this point also. So the formula of calcium oxide is CaO. So for chemical formula for compounds containing polyatomic ions. First one is formula of potassium nitrate. Here polyatomic ions I told. So potassium and nitrate. Nitrate is a polyatomic ion. So already in the rules I mentioned if it is a polyatomic ion you have to use brackets. So like this the brackets are mentioned here. For potassium you write the symbol K. For nitrate you write the symbol NO3 along with the brackets. Now you have to write the respective valences with the plus or minus. So potassium plus 1, nitrate minus 1. So now it is common is 1 only. No need to mention 1. You can omit it. And we can omit the signs also. So potassium you get 1, nitrate also you get 1. If it is in bracket, if it is 1, that also no need to write as a subscript. So the formula for potassium nitrate is KNO3. When you go with the formula of aluminium sulfate, so Al and SO4. Okay. So you have to use for polyatomic ions, you have to use a bracket. That is one rule is there. So for aluminium 3 plus, for sulfate 2 minus. I hope you have understood here. So now you have to crisscross. For aluminium you get 2, for SO4 you get 3. So aluminium Al2 SO4 whole thrice. So aluminium sulfate is Al2 SO4 whole thrice. You have to pronounce like that. Okay, this is the formula for aluminium sulfate. So chemical formula of few compounds like sodium carbonate Na2CO3, sodium bicarbonate NaHCO3, sodium hydroxide NaOH, copper sulfate CuSO4, silver nitrate AgNO3, hydrochloric acid HCl, sulfuric acid H2SO4, nitric acid HNO3, ammonium chloride NH4Cl, potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7, potassium permanganate KMnO4. So according to Dalton's atomic theory, he told that every element had an characteristic atomic mass. As we know that atoms are extremely light and small, scientists find it very difficult to measure their individual masses. So the mass of an atom is compared with the standard mass of some other elements. In 1961, it is universally accepted that mass of a carbon-12 atom would be used as a standard reference for measuring atomic masses of other elements. See, if you know what is 1 centimeter, you can write 5 centimeter. That means 5 times of 1 cm, like that. So, like that, atomic mass is compared with carbon-12 isotope. So, if you observe the picture here, so if you assume a circle like this is a circle, this is a circle. Okay, let us assume the circle here of a atomic mass of carbon-12. Already I told carbon-12. So it is divided into how many parts if you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it is divided into 12 equal parts. Okay. So each part, whatever the part, if you take the first part or the 12th part, it is 1/12 of atomic mass of carbon-12. You have to remember, whatever the part you are taking here, any part of the 12 parts, it is 1/12 of the atomic mass of carbon-12. So in this way, you have to remember. One atomic mass unit is defined as mass exactly 1/12 of atomic mass of carbon-12 isotope, or the number of times one atom of a given element is heavier than 1/12 of the mass of an atom of carbon-12 isotope. So atomic mass of an element we can write as AMU is a ratio, and it has no units. That is why it is expressed in AMU. But in 1961, according to the recommendations of IUPAC, International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry, AMU has been replaced by U, which is known as unified mass. Atomic masses of few elements are given here, and you have to remember these atomic masses of few elements, children. Hydrogen 1, carbon 12, nitrogen 14, oxygen 16, sodium 23, magnesium 24, aluminium 27, phosphorus 31, sulfur 32, chlorine 35.5, potassium 39, calcium 40. All these elements, whatever the list is present here, you have to write all the elements along with atomic mass, and you have to by heart. So each and every table what you have seen in the textbook or in my videos is very much important for you to remember each and every table. You have to mug up everything. So molecular mass of a substance is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in a molecule of a substance, and it is expressed in U. If you want to write the molecular mass of hydrogen, how you have to write? That is, in this H2 is nothing but consists of 2 atoms of hydrogen. I hope you have remembered this. And here you have to remember the atomic mass of hydrogen also. So that is 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen, that gives you, we know the atomic mass of hydrogen as 1. So 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. 2 into 1, 2. So unit you have to write as U. So when you're going the molecular mass of H2O, nothing but water. So two atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen here. So 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen plus 1 into atomic mass of oxygen. So 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 plus 1 into atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 2 plus 16 that gives you 18 and unit you have to write as U. Children, that's the reason I told you have to remember atomic mass of each and every element. Okay, without knowing the atomic mass, you cannot write any molecular mass of any of the substance or a compound. So children, molecular mass of carbon dioxide, that is CO2. Here we have one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. So the formula will be like this. 1 into atomic mass of carbon plus 2 into atomic mass of oxygen. 1 into atomic mass of carbon is 12. 2 into atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 12 plus 32 gives you 44. You have to write the unit for molecular mass. Unit is U. Okay, when you go with the molecular mass of sulfuric acid, if it is given as sulfuric acid, you have to write the formula. Then you have to proceed with the molecular mass calculation. So H2SO4. When you see the formula, you have 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen. So that's the reason I told atomicity. So each and every table in this lesson is very important and you have to by heart also. So 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen, 1 into atomic mass of sulfur and 4 into atomic mass of oxygen. So 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, 1 into atomic mass of sulfur is 32, 4 into atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 2 plus 32 plus what my here? 64. So that gives you 98U. So in this way you calculate a molecular mass of different compounds or different substances. So children, next one is formula unit mass. So here you have to remember what is that. The formula unit mass of a substance is a sum of atomic masses of all the atoms present in one formula unit of a compound. Okay, so just listen. If I go with one formula unit of NaCl means one Na plus ion, one Cl minus ion. Okay, and you have to remember the formula unit mass is calculated in the same manner as we have done molecular mass. Okay, the only difference is that formula unit is used for substances whose constant particles are ions. Okay, when you go with the sodium chloride NaCl, the formula unit mass of NaCl, what you have to write atomic mass of sodium, okay, and the atomic mass of chlorine. So atomic mass of sodium is 23, atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. So 1 into 23. So here you have to remember formula unit mass of a substance is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in a formula unit of a compound. Formula unit mass is calculated in the same manner as a molecular mass. The only difference is that formula unit is used for substances whose constant particles are ions. When you go with a one formula unit of NaCl means one Na plus ion and one Cl minus ion. Like that we have to remember. If you go with the formula of NaCl, so the formula unit mass can be calculated like this. Atomic mass of sodium Na plus atomic mass of chlorine Cl 1 into atomic mass of sodium is 23 plus 1 into atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. That is 23 plus 35.5, that gives you 58.5 U. In this way we have to calculate the formula unit mass. So children, in today's class, we have learned how to write a chemical formula of different compounds, atomic mass, molecular mass, and formula unit mass. So with this, I will conclude my lesson. So please children, each and every part of all the lessons, what we have done up to now in all the parts is very much important. Rewatch the videos again and understand the concept and read the textbook also. That is must. Thank you children. Again, I'll meet you in the next online video class.